All right, Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honors, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and still do. Salutations to the Akim on the highways and the hedges and the four corners, preaching this word with truth and sincerity. And Shalom to all you sincere listeners. Death and destruction to all you wicked ass females. And you simp niggas that help them out to continue to be wicked. So yeah, I was just meditating in the spirit. Took some pictures when I was on my plantation trails, or my commute to the plantation rather. And I snapped some pictures. As you can see, picture of the nigger woman in rare form. And as you can see, she represents Babylon, just like her partner in crime, Esau, represents Babylon. You know, tag team of Babylon. So, tag team of the city of confusion. So I was just going to get a couple of precepts. Lord's willing, this to be edifying. Try to get quick to the point, not make it too long. As you can see, America's going down, and all of you wicked people are going down with it. And when I say you wicked people, first and foremost, I'm talking about my own nation, Israel, which consists of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know, and you're wicked because you follow the philosophies of this guy's race and nationality, which is so-called white man, which is biblically known as Esau, the Edomites, and the front runner of the 2/3 of our nation of Israel that's wicked, that follows him, is the so-called black woman, the nigger woman, you know. And as you can see, she looks defeated, you know. I was trying to have a conversation with her because she kept on staring at me, and I asked her if she was hungry because I had some food. And you see the pride on the devil, on the she-devil rather, you know. And there's another one, as you can see, she holding her hands, folding her hands, but she ain't got nothing to say. She's defeated, you know. There's another picture of another one too. There you go. This one right here. Because she kept on staring at me. As you can see, bag full of nothing, just a bunch of miscellaneous items that don't mean shit. Faces all distraught. Sorry for the picture looking all out of focus, but I was kind of far away, you know. And here's another picture. She just straight up looks defeated. Yeah, that's the condition of you Israelite women, and it's just going to intensify, you know. So I'm gonna just get a couple precepts real quick. You know, and it's a beautiful thing. I pray through this. I pray to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, to the Spirit, Holy Spirit, Rakah HaKadosh, that the more of you end up like this, that I get to. Well, I know more of you are gonna end up like that, but I pray to see more of it in a speedily fashion. You know. So you know, I'm gonna just get some choice cuts. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3. I'm gonna start at 16th verse. You know. Moreover, Yahweh saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, making a tinkling with their feet. Yeah, this is exactly what you see. You know, if anybody knows anything about the Israelite woman, so-called black woman, so-called Hispanic woman, so-called Native American woman, or the West Indian Native American woman, or the West Indian Negro woman, or West Indian Spanish woman, they know that they fit this bill. They fit this description. You know, haughty, being proud, wanton eyes. Wanton means undisciplined, you know. And they walk with stretched forth necks. Just like the peacocks and the roosters do. Your average bird. You know, just looking and seeing what rod they can hop on next. And making a tinkling with their feet. You know, that's the sounds of these shoes. Like if you ever seen the show Sex and the City, this is how these women act. Just like those Edomite women. You know, out of order, rebellious. Verse 17, therefore the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh will discover their secret parts. And as you can see, Well, I don't know if you can see, but this nigga woman right here, she had barely any hair on her head. You know, that's why she had it covered. You know, this one as well. She barely had any hair on her head, even though she has it wrapped. You know, she tries to look like she's holier than thou, but as you can see, she has on leggings, and she's fat as shit. You know, that's the oxymoron. You can't be wearing leggings like you work out, and then you clearly don't work out at all. You know, you have to rebuke these females, but if you do, you know, Esau comes down with the hammer, and it's a damn shame. Point blank, period. So, you know, let me get a couple more precepts, but I don't want to make this too long. Skipping down, there you go. In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their calls and the round tires like the moon. Yeah, and that's what you're seeing. These women used to have a nice round shape like an hourglass, like a Coca-Cola bottle from the 50s. And now all you see is this fatness, you know, like the brother said in Mysteries of the Kingdom. That shit, that little pouch that they got, that pussy gut. I think it's called bafupas or some shit. As you can see, she's wide on all sides. And this one too. This one is foully shaped as well. Look like a medicine bottle. You know, these women do not. Women of our nation, as of 2019, the year of Karagma, they don't. Majority of them don't look good. You know, there's a brother named Black Ram 313. He has a video called "She Thinks She's a Dime," and why? Because men just want to have sex with these women, and you can't blame them because that's nature. The females were put here to have sex with. He wasn't put here to be taken care of. We were put here to help take care of the Israelite men. And that's the truth. And just to back that up, we get a quick precept to back that up, Salaki. It's in the 1 Corinthians 11th chapter. We're going to start at the 3rd verse, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. You see? Skipping down. So verse 7, for a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image of the glory of the Most High, but the woman is the glory of the man. And this is the truth. This is why men chase women. But if you look at the word woman, a woman is a female servant. And all these females serve their own bellies and lust, following after that serpent, the so-called white man. All these females represent Eve. And Eve is no good. She only thinks her biggest power is deceiving, deception. Verse 8, this is the point. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. Yeah, as you can see, a helpmate. A woman was created to help a man. A man was not created to help a woman. That's why when you see men out here chasing women down, it never looks right, and it never ends well. Because the female was put here to serve the man, point blank, period. She can never be on the same level as a man. It doesn't matter if she wears pants. It doesn't matter if she has a job making more money than the man. The Lord didn't set it up that way. In no religion is it set up that way. So that's why in America, this is known as the city of confusion. It has to be. You see? Yeah. And then going back to Isaiah, verse 19, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers. This is all the women that our women used to don't even understand that when we were in power, they were decked out. They never had to worry about a thing. All they had to do was sit home and look pretty. It tells you in the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, that these women never used to let the sole of their feet touch the ground. That's how delicate they were. Now you look at the bottom of their foot, they look like Fred Flintstone's feet. The bonnet, verse 20, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and nose jewels. I'm describing females that I look in front of me right now. A couple of harlots I see in front of me right now. And a couple of that you sincere listeners know right now. Some of you females listeners, I know you're out there, I'd probably describe some of your bestest friends, some of your sisters, some of your cousins and aunts, you know. Verse 22, the changeable suits of apparel, Salakia, and the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins. Yeah, you look in the bitch's closet. It's just never-ending wardrobe. You know, these females of today, these whores of today, they have more clothes than these kids have different dishes to eat. You know, Point blank period. And if you go in any one of their rooms, majority of their clothes, their wardrobe is on the floor. You know. Verse 23, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. 24, this is the point. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And instead of a girdle, a rent. And instead of well-set hair, baldness. And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth. And burning instead of beauty. So basically, a woman's going to go from looking like an hourglass 10-piece McNugget with fries on the side. She's going to go from that to looking like a bloated bag of lard, a sack of potatoes. And that's exactly how these females look. Especially the ones in this picture that I showed you. She looks like she let herself go. And the reason why she looks like that is because she's under the curses. This one as well. And we tell them that, and they don't want to listen. Why? Because they're really under the curses. They are hard-headed, you know. And it's all, and it's all thanks to this guy right here. You see, he's just chilling in the cut, being all wicked as all hell. And we get another precept. I don't want to make this too long. Just pertaining to these females. You see, Babylon is through, man. You get Jeremiah again, the 51st chapter, and we're going to go to the 9th verse. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Yeah, and this is what you're seeing. You females are part of that. Why? Because you trusted in this government, you know? And as a matter of fact, let me get that. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh. Yeah, this is what our people have done. Primarily, you wicked Israelite women. You're not even classified as Israelite women. You wicked nigger women, you wicked spick bitches, and you Uncle Tomahawk Pocahontas hoes. You know? You instead of trusting into your power, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, you trust into this government and the president Donald Trump. If you've been paying attention to the news, this is the 34th or 35th day of the government shutdown, and even before then, there's on YouTube females crying and asking Trump to open the government back up. You see, because they trust in oppression. Verse 2, yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, talking about Yahweh, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. It's talking about you 2/3, you know, pertaining to the book of Proverbs 11 and 21, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. Now this is the point, verse 3, the Egyptians are men and not power, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. And this is exactly what you see in these pictures. You see? He helped her get away from you Israelite men, and she and her trusted in him. You see? And they are now all, as you can see, when Esau goes down, the Israelite woman goes down right along with him. Why? Because that's biblical prophecy. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm going to get the one in Proverbs again. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Yeah, and this is what as an Israelite man you should hope to strive for, to be part of the righteous seed that shall be delivered. You know, because these people are getting destroyed, as you can see, point blank period, and it's a beautiful thing. You know. Let me get this real quick for these bitches. This is the book of Micah chapter 7, verse 9. I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. And this is exactly what all the men, starting with the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, did. They bared the indignation, the righteous anger of Yahweh. Why? Because we all, as a nation, sinned against him and stepped away from his law, statutes, and commandments. So much so that he was going to destroy us all. But out of all the men, there was one that was upright, you know. And the Lord said that he is not a man that he should lie. Told you that in the book of Numbers 23. I told you in the book of Malachi, the 3rd chapter, that he is the Lord and he changed not. So the sons of Jacob are not consumed. So the Lord is always going to save a remnant. No matter how wicked we go off, he's going to save a remnant, because there's always going to be a remnant of us that are upright. You know, and that remnant of us that are upright starts with the apostles, the elders, the great millstone on down. Nobody else. And other diligent Akim that teach the sound doctrine. Lord's will not be part of that number. But as far as you 2/3, you wicked as all hell, and you're going to catch the 10th verse, especially you Israelite women, because you forsake your power. Your power is your man. Verse 10, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Yeah, and this is exactly what you're seeing. You see, all of these females said, where is the Lord your power? And then now my eye is starting to behold her, because before we didn't have any power. We still don't have any power. But you can feel through the spirit that it's gaining. You see? Because as the government stays shut down, we're going to be renewed through the spirit and strengthened through the spirit. Pertaining to the book of Psalms, the 40th chapter, and also the Psalms 110th chapter. I'm going to get that real quick. You see? These people are defeated. All of these females said, where's the Lord thy power? And now shame is covering their face. You can clearly see it. This lady would never look at me. I would ask her a question. I would go, you hungry? You want something to eat? You know, this, that, and third, and too much pride on her. And you know, pride cometh before destruction. Pertaining to the book of Proverbs, the 16th chapter. So I'm going to get that real quick. Not Proverbs, but that other precept I was playing. Matter of fact, Salaki, I might as well get it since I called it, right? Salaki. Yeah, this is Proverbs 16 and verse 18. The pride goeth before destruction, and the haughty spirit before a fall. And this is what you're seeing. All of these people were proud because they stuck their nose up at the Israelite man. Called him a bum, you know, did deals with Esau, laid in the bed with the devil to keep me out of me. When I say me, I'm talking about Israel out of power, because I'm a Judite. You know, I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, top tribe. And our women are the worst of the worst. And the so-called Latino women follow. Native American women been following. You know? Yeah, I was going to get that in the precept. This is the book of Psalms 110. And I'll start, at 1. Yahweh saith unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. And this is going into when King David was talking about Solomon. Because even King David knew that Solomon was Yahweh Shai in the reincarnation, if your spirit can receive it. You know, the Lord Yahweh shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion. Rule thou in the midst of thine enemies. This is the point. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness. From the womb of the morning thou hast the dew of thy youth. Yeah. So when the Israelite man starts to get his power back, that's when our people are going to be willing to follow. But by that time, it's going to be too late, and they're going to get destroyed. Point blank period. Because you should have never forsaken your power. You know. But I could get, matter of fact, I'm going to get another precept. Get this in the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it off of the face of the earth. Destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh. For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in the sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. Yeah, and the grains is referring to the Israelites. The Lord is going through the nations because, you know, pertaining to the book of Isaiah, the 10th chapter, we had got scattered through the four corners, you know. So, and also the Lord is going to make a sign and an end sign showing that when he's coming to gather the elect, he's going to sift the four corners. And that's what he means by sifting the house of Israel like corn is sifted in the sea. And the ones that are not chosen, this is what you're going to happen to you, which is 2/3 of you. 2/3 of Israel is not classified as Israel pertaining to the book of Romans, the 9th chapter, and also 2/3 of our nation, they crucified our Lord and left him out to dry, left him out to die. And said, let his blood be on us and our children. Pertaining to the book of Matthew, John, the 19th chapter. So this is what's going to happen to 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Verse 10, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. And this is what they say. You see? The arrogance and the pride of our people has deceived them, like pertaining to the book of Obadiah, the 3rd chapter. And as you can see, we told you that you people were going to be defeated because you can't fuck with Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Because if the Lord be for us, then who can be against us? Pertaining to the book of Romans, the 8th chapter. There's Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And right now it's not tarrying. You Israelite women, you rebellious hoes of our nation, you're starting to come down out of power. You're starting to look defeated. You're done for. We love it. You Edomites are going into slavery, like we said. You're done for. We love it. As you can see, all of these pictures, these people are done. America is through. Babylon the Great isn't great anymore. And it's only going to intensify to go down and decline. Like the brother in San Francisco, your call says, America is in a precipitous decline. It's like a circle in a drain. And it's just going to end up, the end result is going to get pelted and hit with 200 million missiles. Make it look like the lake of fire, like it's told in the book of Revelation. And we can't wait for that. So Lord's willing, we was edified, like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makah HaKodash, double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, Shalom to the elect, death to America, Abad Babal, death to Esau, Abad Adawam, and death to you wicked ass women, each and every last one of you harlots. Statue of Liberty is going to be a motherless widow.